We're so glad to be able to come together again for another Sunday school review. And we are thankful to be entering into a new quarter, the fall quarter, for the months of September, October, and November. And the title of our fall quarter is God's Exceptional Choice. This quarter, we're going to trace the Ark of Salvation'S History from Abraham all the way to Jesus, all the way to the early church that includes us. And we are in unit number 1 for the month of September, entitled God Calls Abraham's Family. And we're going to look at the call of the father of faith, who is Abraham, and how through him God increased Israel, his chosen people. Our lesson for today is lesson number 1 for September the 4th, 2022, entitled Unbroken Promises. Our printed text is Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 through 5, and verse number 7, and then chapter 15, verse 1 through 7. As we begin this new quarter and this new unit, talking about the Ark of Salvation's history, in the book of Genesis, it tells us about man, and it also tells us about sin. And we know sin, through the definition of the Bible, is the transgression of God's law. And man who disobeyed God and did not follow God's commands, man sinned and was separated from God. And in the book of Genesis, despite evil mankind and humanity that needed to be cleansed by a flood, we see God's plan from the beginning to save mankind. We see his plan by preserving a lineage for his people that he might bless. And this lineage today comes down and traces down to a man by the name of Abram, who we will come to know as Abraham, who is the father of faith. And it is with him that God made a covenant that through him all families of the earth will be blessed. God made a covenant with him that his descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky. And God's salvation, his plan, his desire, even from the beginning, was to save all of mankind. Listen to those promises that every family, all families of the earth will be blessed, that your descendants will be as numerous as the stars which cannot be counted. His desire is to save us and be in relationship with us. And that was his desire from the beginning. And just like Abraham, God who came after us first and loved us first, by faith, we can put our faith in him, and he will save us from the power as well as the punishment of sin. Thank God for salvation. He has desired that all of us would be saved, even from the beginning.